Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Appreciate you coming out. Having a nice day here in Southwest Florida. Weather's cooperating. Spring break, spring training is still going on. We have about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and it looks like it's 25 degrees Celsius for my Spain and Swiss viewers. In my Irish viewers as well, thanks. So beautiful, nice breeze out of the north. I'm working in the shade because I'm a shade tree mechanic. This Toro recycler had come in a while back on a weekend. Scrapper that delivers let me know about it, said I tried working on it. I tried moving parts from one carb into another one because this was a flood mower, and you can see all the rust up there near Clucky. We had done a video on this, so this thing was rusted out. This is what the bowl looked like on this Kohler powered machine. So he moved everything over onto this mower. Brotherhood of the Brown just went by. No packages today. And he gave up. I think he was missing or I'm missing it. I don't think it came with the unit, the jet. Yeah, and the emulsion tube. So, and I see a screw missing here on the brass wafer as well. So he gave up basically. So I paid $20 for this. Then he showed up a little while later with a Craftsman Easy Walk. So this is my third project of the day. Excuse me, kind of went sour the projects I was working on. The Easy Watch or Easy Walk, I had done bearings on the front wheel drive. I need wheels. Those are missing all the gears. Had washed this thing off, spray painted the recoil where it's going to show, spray painted the head, and went to do the Easy Walk, and I don't have that cable in stock. There's two types of Easy Walk cables, and I don't have that one. I have the other style. So that was a stinker. I decided, well, I got the carb, Mouse will go ahead and do it. So this happens to be a HIPAA carb. They're always trying to get me to do product reviews, and I don't do any reviews for any of these companies that have contacted me. Flashlight companies, hand cart companies. I'm getting all kinds of requests to do videos on junk. So I just shop by price. I don't particularly stick with one brand, so I'm not gonna endorse anybody's product. I just so happen to get a good deal on those HIPAA carbs for the Kohlers, so I just had to run inside. I wrote the part number down for the carb, and I didn't have it in my hand, but now I do. So I probably bought 4 or 5 of these because they were on sale. That's the only reason I bought HIPAA. The Kohler 6.5 or 650 or the 675, the XT. 1485368-Sierra. You can also drop the Sierra, and that that number will work, either one of them. This might be a updated version. But this one's marked HIPAA, where it normally says Kohler here on the front. So I had a little bag with all the stuff he left me, the gaskets. The only thing he didn't have was the cover and the air filter. So I snatched up another filter and a cover for this Kohler. You can buy these kits. I've done videos on these before where you get all three in one package deal, or you can buy all this stuff separately. Normally I got a lot of these backing plates. They're always attached because they're bolted on. What ends up getting missing are the covers, and the filters always need to be changed out. So let's continue putting this thing on. I've oiled up all the cables. I took off the cover here, oiled up the traction control, took the wheels off, put grease on the wheels. Those were drier than a snake's bottom. So that's all ready to go. I went ahead and cut all the brush that was wrapped around the axle with a razor, and that's what was there. So if we get this thing to run and idle, I'll be pretty happy, because the other projects went south. I had to steal some hardware. I had to steal a nut off a rusted out machine, and I came up with another nut and washer for right here. So let's just get busy with this, put this thing back together. I'll leave the model number down below. I had left it on the other video. I did the initial video on this Kohler XT675 is the engine, the model on the Toro part of it, 20370. It's a 2016, and I'll put the serial number down below. So there's different style choke setups. So look at your machine, make sure it's got the same setup on your linkages. The one that Harvey, the homeowner, bought for this was not the right carburetor. I don't think I have it nearby. I think I put it away for future projects. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm pretty happy, other than it being a kind of a slow day. I was doing some research on parts and getting a parts list together. I shop between the Big Jungle, Fleabay, Temu, and AliExpress. So I put stuff in my carts on all of those providers. Amazon, if you have enough in your cart, I think it's 30 bucks. It's free shipping. Same thing with Temu, 30 bucks from a single shipper. And AliExpress has the option of searching free shipping. So I click that button and see who's cheapest with free shipping, because they like to do a switcheroo. You'll see a card for $2 and you're like, oh my word, that's dirt cheap on AliExpress, but then you look at the shipping and it's $15.95, so you just shot yourself in the foot. You know what I mean? If it's normally $10 free shipping on eBay. The $2 AliExpress is not a good deal because the shipping killed you. So you got to take all things into consideration. And I don't mind doing that. Okay. So thermostatic's on, that's moving. Throttle linkage is moving. When I'm doing these, I always put the carb linkage on first because it's got a kind of a 180-degree hook. And then the throttle spring and throttle linkage second, because those are more maneuverable. It's a bear to get the choke linkage in place. Yeah, this is how it goes. So we're going to knock this down to the ground, fuel it, and see what happens. Let me put my beauty ring on here in the recoil. I already oiled up the recoil. Okay, there we go. So $20 on this thing. Like I said in the first video, I did that because it looked solid, no rust or anything on the deck. It was just submerged. Oh, the other thing we got to do, I'll show you. We found that in the first video. Being it was submerged, the oil's a milkshake. You can see the chocolate shake effect from the water getting into the crankcase. So we're going to pour that off. I'm going to have to grab some new oil. Forgot about that. Let me just snug these down with a ratchet. So I did as much as I could with it up on the bench. You can see that. It's kind of chocolate milkshakey type. What I could do is probably start it and not let it run for very long. The water and the oil's not going to really help lubricate the bearings. So I'll probably do that. Just see that it's idling and the front wheel drive is engaging. Stop it and then pour the engine oil into my oil pan. So let's drop this table down. Just a gorgeous day in Southwest Florida. Low humidity, 75. Sun feels fantastic. I've got some non-ethanol fuel. I hear a plane. It's not a train. Let's see if I can see who it is. You can't tell from here. He's too far past. Okay, that was half a tank. or more, 3/4 of a tank. That was a good pour. I must be confident in this thing starting. Got the side chute for it as well. Oiled up the bail bars up here for the traction and safety, and the cables up here on this end as well. I oiled those up. Okay, let me pull the cord up and put it in the loop here so I don't have to reach down there. All right, so that's on. Clucky and Snaky are safe. It's probably kind of low on the deck height. Let me bring this up so we're not sandblasting the rest of my junk. I got to oil the adjusters back here. I didn't do any maintenance on the back wheels. These adjusters are dragging. Okay. Can you see what I see? Yeah, you can. Let's pull on this big red turd and see if we got action. I call it a 2-pull Annie. You guys place your bets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 almost, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that went sour. You think we got moisture in the cylinder? He gave it to me with no plug in it. I had gone ahead and put the Kohler plug back in. So let's pop that. Look at the plug and see if it's wet. But we had messed with this before and it fired off without even a carb on it. I direct injected it past the whole assembly. Okay, that's not the right one. I'm just gonna put this back on. I don't know, what should I do? Put some nitro into the intake. I'll keep going with plug condition. I just got to get the right socket. Indecisive. Okay. Sockets I'm grabbing are all too big. No. Let me grab something else. Nothing like live television. Thought I had one for these Kohlers. Well, I've got every single one of them in my hand. If it's not this, we're going to direct inject. I know it's just not this one. This is too small. This one here is going to be too small. Is it 5/8? Nope. Bigger than 5/8. That'll get me by. It's 18 millimeters. What's on there now? Okay. So what has changed? Okay, so he said he cleaned the plug off and it looked clean. Now there was some like grease-like material on it. So where did that come from? I could steal the plug off of the rusty machine. Who knows if this plug is sketchy. Okay, I gotta get a little rope to tie up the bail bar so I can do some troubleshooting. Ground out on the overhead valve. Nice. I do see a spark, but I think the gap on this thing is way too much. I could stick a couple of nickels in there. I think that's been overstretched. Let me steal the plug off of this Gulf of Mexico Toro. Been stripping parts off of this. Engine still may be good. It's just that the deck is all rotted out. Yeah, you can tell on this, the gap is smaller and nobody's messed with this plug. It is a Kohler just like the other one. That looks more legitimate. The other one was kind of bent back. It's good to have junk hanging around. You can snatch what you need, do some troubleshooting. If it's not that part, you put it back on the original machine, but I think this plug is going to do it for us. You know what I mean, Vern? The part number is 14 on the plug. 14 space 132 space 11. If we don't have luck here in a minute, I'm gonna send you guys home, try to figure out why I've had a unsuccessful mower running day when the other stuff was parts unavailable. This thing here should be cooperating with us. Okay. Let's do it to it. One, two, three, 4, 5. Nope. Nope. See, if I would have sponsored HIPAA, it would have been a sour video. They wouldn't have appreciated that. They would have wanted the free carburetor back. Right? Okay, I have a hunch. I have a hunchy hunch. So hang on to your shorts. We're going to keep going. I think it could be Coil. It's got a ton of rust on the flywheel. Scrapper said he tried to clean it up. Let's see. It looks like I still have a pretty good air gap there. You just take some heavy sandpaper. It's kind of scaly. Scrapper just went by and waved. Never done business with him because tomorrow's garbage day, so they're riding around today looking for the good stuff. Wow, this is pretty scaly. Even this heavy duty sandpaper is no match for this scale. Let me concentrate where the coil rides, right down the middle. I don't know. I'm skeptical. Let me wipe off what's there and just go with it. Send you guys home with no goodie bag. time to use some compressed air. I've already taken some rough sandpaper and kind of scuffed up the kill block here. Sometimes when they get coated with rust and stuff, they don't ground out against the flywheel and the machine keeps running. And I had noticed there's a big layer of rust on that, so I tried to scuff that up with some rough paper. Okay, and I'm leaking gas from this carb, so maybe they were on sale for a reason. They were getting them all back as spaghetti strainers, and Tommy went ahead and bought the majority of them. Could be a stuck float. I'll tap on that once I get this recoil buckled down. I hate how these things reset or recess down in there like that. Okay, so that's there. Okay, Snaky, I don't want you drinking that. Don't drink that gasoline. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm going to have to call poison control. Get out of the gasoline. Okay, it's coming out of the throat, so the float's acting up. It's not leaking from the bowl or my hose. It's pouring right out of the center of the carby. HIPAA, you hipped me today. Well, we got plenty of gas. I don't have to juice it. It's all over the place. Let's pull on this. One, two, three, 4, 5. Let me inspect the plug. 2 bad plugs? I don't think so. I think it's a coil issue. Could be, it could be the coil not grounding out when it sits on top of the block there. There could be some rust where the coil mounts to the mounting. Okay, it got gas. It's wet, so it should be firing off. So spark is our issue. I know I got gas vapors all around. I just want to See if I can see condition of spark. Yeah, we had some spark. See, I got another Kohler. You got one I was doing body work on. Let me take that plug off. Boy, we're really drilling down a rabbit hole. Okay, that has a different plug on it. I think it's an NGK and it's a different size. And I want to keep you guys okay, I got the right socket. And I know this machine ran. It just needed some paint work. Nothing like live television. Okay, so it has a Champion plug on it. A number I'm not familiar with. Romeo Alpha 8 Hilo Charlie. Looks to be the same as the Kohler. Check thread depth, and it is same thread depth as the Kohler. Sometimes it's like this. You guys know. If this doesn't do anything, I'm going to work on the coil. Did we stop leaking gas? Yeah, we still got plenty of gas in the tank. It didn't all leak out. I think tapping it helped. I don't see any more dripping. Almost. Almost. Close. Closer. So it kicks off, runs for a couple seconds, and then nothing. So changing the plug out seemed to help, kept pulling the crap out of it. So contaminants in the cylinder finally burning off. Or is it a timing issue? Did they hit something? Hmm. See what I mean about the contacts? It's not killing it. And I don't want to run this thing very long with that oily water. Son of a gun. Boy, what a shit show. Sound like a hit and miss engine there at the old time fair. But it finally picked up pace and got going good. Went to kill it with the bail bar, and you could hear it slow down in the RPM. The kill block was just going past the rusty flywheel, and we're pouring out. Hip is pouring. It's not water. Okay. So this needs work. This was not a good outcome. See if I can stop that gas. Try just clamping the hose till I deal with it. Anyway, that's what we're looking at on this 2016 more more work. Let me know, you guys, what you think. Why'd it take so long to start burning off flood debris in the cylinder? Pulled the heck out of this thing. Finally went with the third plug, and that that seemed to help. We finally got action out of it. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to keep going with this, still dripping gasoline. Tip your waitress or wait staff. Adios, amigos. Sorry, it was a lagathon. Like I said, live television's like that. Any questions, complaints, you can email me. Tommy.time@yahoo is my email. Tommy.time@yahoo.com. Have a good day today. And if you wanted this carb, you don't have to buy it from HIPAA. The Kohler number is 1485368-S, so you can drop the S. And you can put this in Google as one long number. They usually separate between the first two and the three there, and then the last two, there's a space, but you can run them all together. Google will pick it up. You can either put the Sierra on the end or drop that, and you'll get the Kohler 6.5 or the 6.75. Okay, that's it. See ya.